In this recording, I want to bring to your attention some of what we call little foxes that destroy the vine, if I may put it that way. But in this regard, I want to speak to the things that will make you think that you are not procrastinating, yet you are procrastinating. I obsess about dealing with procrastination because it's a thing that I struggled with for a very, very, very long time. Some of the things that I was supposed to have achieved by now, if I may put it that way, I mean the goals that I'd set for myself at a particular time in my life, I haven't achieved them as a result of me procrastinating, right? So I want to make reference to the previous episode that I did with my coach Desmond Gosi, where we spoke about computer terminology in expressing how our brains work and how we can update ourselves in terms of making sure that we function the way that we're supposed to function. Now, one of the things that will make you think that you are not procrastinating, yet you are, is when you fail to update yourself or upgrading yourself or getting yourself prepared for a particular season in your life. If you own a smartphone device like a mobile phone or a laptop, especially a mobile phone, there'll be that time where you receive a message that says a new version of WhatsApp is now available. You have 7 days to download it, or if you don't, your WhatsApp will stop working, right? And sometimes we rush and we download it, but some people they literally be like on some, no, it's not gonna download it, and guess what's gonna happen? It's definitely gonna stop working. But does that mean then you do not have WhatsApp on your phone? No, you have WhatsApp, but it's not working, and the reason for that is because it's just not updated. And it's the same with us. There are things that we need to always make sure that we update. So one of the things that you will need to update, let me make an example in a relationship. In a relationship, you would be in a relationship, but the relationship would not be benefiting you because there's just something that you have not updated in the relationship. So what could that be? Case in hand would be you and your partner have just fought about a particular disagreement, and all that was needed from you was just to admit and say, I am sorry. And if time goes by and you are not apologizing, what's going to happen is that you're going to find yourself not experiencing or not reaping the benefits of the relationship that you could have reaped, simply because there is one little update that you need to do in the relationship. It's just to go back and say to your partner, hey, listen, last time I spoke to you in this way, and this is what you said, and this is how this thing affected you, and I can see that you're not happy. I am sorry about that. Is it possible to forgive me? Probably that's all that is needed. That's all that is needed. So in other words, the relationship is there, but it's not functioning as it's supposed to, because now, if I were to use computer language as well, is that there is a driver that is missing. Have you ever tried to play maybe even Windows Media Player in your computer, and it's there, it's installed, it's there. You check on the files, it's there. But when you try to play something, there's no audio that's coming out. And the reason for that is because probably it says your drivers are not updated. So all that you need to do is just to download the drivers, and you install them, and then press play, and boom, you've got sound. In our lives as well, it's exactly like that, just how a computer is programmed to function. Certain things that slow us down, it's because we are not aware that there is a particular update in my character, maybe that needs to be updated, maybe in the way that I speak to people, that I need an update. I need to find out as to why is it that whenever I'm trying to make friendships, people are running away from me. Why is it that when I, even in romantic relationships, I get into a relationship and then I'm out? What is it that I need to be up to date about, especially with myself, because it's got nothing to do with the person outside of me. It's me. So there are many things. There are many things. Number one, in computers, we learn of a thing called connectivity and network. So sometimes we procrastinate finding answers from other people simply because we do not network with people, meaning that we fail at creating meaningful relationships. At times you don't understand why you're making friends and your friendships, they don't last. And it's simple. If 5 out of 7 friends are running away from you, it could only mean one thing. The problem is with you, not with the 5 friends. So probably there's something that you need to deal with in your own personal character. Maybe it's in the way that you speak to people. Maybe it's in the way that you treat people. Maybe it could well be that it's punctuality, that you are not a punctual person. Maybe it could well be that you are not trustworthy. Maybe it could well be that you are not honest. And now, if you procrastinate taking action on the things in your character that will place you at a place of being respected and a place of value, then you stand the risk of always coming back and complaining that you never maintain good relationships. Because now, when you procrastinate working on your honesty or your punctuality or your loving self, what's going to happen is that in no time, people are going to start developing a stigma against you, and you're going to become the person that they do not want to hang around with, simply because you are now stigmatized as the one who is always late, as the one who is always rude, as the one who is always dishonest. So the minute you think that you still have time to fix that, the more you getting yourself to a point whereby people are starting to judge you. And once they start judging you, to work yourself back now when there's attention against that, it's going to be difficult. It's always better when the attention is just yourself. If you're your own fan, if you're your own critic, and you become honest with yourself, that how honest am I? How disrespectful am I? Because the minute you realize that personally I am disrespectful, then there is a buzzer for you, or it's an alarm to say, actually, I'm on my way to losing relationships. If I fix this, I will be activating my relationships. Now, someone may ask as to why relationships, why this is all about relationships. Because for me, relationships, they are what you call the network power, the power to network. You cannot network as a person if you do not have relationships. In relationships, this is whereby you find answers to questions that you wouldn't otherwise find if you were to rely on things like Google or maybe your self-knowledge, because we don't know everything. But now, in order for you to get these things from people, you need to be a person that people trust. You need to be a person that relates. You need to be a person that people know that you are of value to them. And how do you become of value to people? It's on the way that you treat yourself, on the way that you show respect to other people, in the way that you value other people. And you will not value other people if you don't value yourself. That's number one. You will not respect people if you don't respect yourself. You will not be honest to people if you're not honest with yourself. So when you procrastinate taking action in just these small building blocks, trust me, you are delaying a whole lot that you could gain by just taking very small actions in addressing these issues that make you to be a very attractive and valuable person wherever you are. Because now, if you are dishonest, one of the things that's going to happen is whatever it is that you say to people, it doesn't matter how serious it is, because you are known to be that guy. You'd be saying something very powerful and very important, and something that could help someone. They are not going to take it simply because it comes from you, and you have proven to them and to yourself that you are dishonest. You are not honest to yourself. How can I expect you to be honest to me? So, taking action just on the self, on making sure that the update that I need for myself, I download it wherever you're getting it from. But do download the update that you need. The best for me, the best way of downloading, I'm a believer. Okay, one of the things that I look at is, how is my relationship with my Creator? Because He is the one that helps me to love myself the way that He wants me to love. Now, from that standpoint, I am able to have a mirror as to how does God want me to love myself. The way that then I love myself or respect myself or being honest to myself, if I practice that to myself, to the other person, I am not going, it's not a thing that I'm going to think about that, oh, now I'm going to meet people, I must be honest. I'm just going to play out the person that I am, simply because I have worked on me. I have not procrastinated the actions that I was supposed to take in building my own character, in building the person that I am, using the system that God has given me. So, what am I saying? I'm saying we can blame politics, we can blame religion, we can blame family, we can blame friends, we can blame our partners, but the person that really needs to face the music, it is me. Because unless I fix myself and I think that there will be another day or someone that's coming for me, then trust me, in a very good turnaround time, I will come to realize that actually there's no one that was coming for me. There's no miracle that was going to happen unless I look into myself and look at the things that I need to change if I need to function the way that I'm supposed to function. In computers, you experience a slow performing computer. And now, in most cases, we don't understand. Sometimes we would call an IT specialist to come and diagnose it. But if you've been around your computer long enough, you get to understand what makes your computer to run slow. And when you troubleshoot, you'll always find a solution. And when you apply that solution, then you get your computer to function as fast. Now, as human beings, again, in areas of your life where you see that you are not functioning the way that you're supposed to function, again, you don't have to wait for a consultant or a life coach or a psychologist. In as much as these people, they do help us, but you can just do a diagnosis for yourself and find out as to what is it that slows me down, right? In production, I'm a filmmaker and I'm a photographer. One of the things that would slow me down slowing me down in terms of not getting a clientele, I can tell you one of the things would be on how I relate with clients. Because when I do a job with one client today, I want the client to speak well about myself to the next client. If I haven't worked on myself as a photographer and I go and I do work and they do something as stupid as maybe stepping on my toe and I just show some very bad temper and I throw tantrums, trust me, I'm going to work, I'm going to deliver, but Should it so happen that someone else asked this client as to, oh, we saw you had a photographer at your event and he does beautiful photos. You know what they're going to say? Oh, yeah, no, he's very good with photography. However, he is a very short-tempered man. Just look, just that alone, good as the photos are, good as a photographer I am not going to get that gig, because no one wants to deal with someone that cannot control their anger. Period. Now, why is that happening? It's because, again, it's slowing me down, and this is a thing that I was supposed to have dealt with before I went public. But I went public with that so-called, maybe let's say it's a virus, because now my performance is not optimal. I'm not supposed to perform the way that now I'm being perceived. So in the long run, if I keep on doing this over and over and over again, and people get to start knowing me as a person that is short-tempered, I'm not going to get jobs. I'll probably get a job where they don't know me, and that'll be it. But after that, then I'll have to go and introduce myself to another place, because if I go to a place where they don't know me, trust me, if I haven't dealt with my anger, I'm gonna, because now I'm working with people, there's gonna be a time where this thing will be tested, and I will burst in anger, and people will know. And once again, no more referrals. Now this is me trying to say, as a photographer, I can be good in my field as a photographer and take beautiful images and be an amazing filmmaker. But the person that is holding the camera, if this person has not developed himself enough to understand that there are people that I'm dealing with, the photography then becomes a secondary thing. There are people that I service now. It's not because I'm an amazing photographer. It's because of the person that they've gotten to know who I am. They're literally, when they hire me as a photographer, they're not hiring a photographer. They're hiring photographer umusa, because of what they know about the person that I am, because of how I've made them feel when I work with them. And that, I'm not blowing my own trumpet, but this is to say, I had to be intentional with how I handle myself. If I am to perform at my best, I will need to work at the little foxes that destroy the person that I am, because then this is a person that will need to serve others, and I eat of this thing. This like I feed my family with photography. So one of the things that I will need them to do, I will need to be the person that has got to deal with people, and to deal with people, I will need to be a person that is always up to date with how I relate to people, whether I know you or I don't know you. I need to meet with you. You need to love me for having met you. Like if you don't love me, then or maybe not even loving, but it must be, I must create a very good impression on you. If not, if out of 5 people and then 4 people are on this guy, then I'm going home. I'm looking at myself. What is it that I'm doing wrong? Because it cannot be 4 people out of 5 people that they found you not to be the person that they can work with, and you are good at what you do. Then there's something that you're not doing right in the person that you are, and it's got nothing to do with the quality of work, right? So what am I saying? I'm saying be aware of the person that you are and of the stuff that you need to work on as a person before you can render whatever service that you want to render. Be aware of your shortcomings. Be aware of the stuff that you know that when you have done well, you can perform at your maximum level. Be aware of the stuff that you need to work on. And once you find out what you need to work on, make some time and give yourself a deadline and work on that thing. Number 2, find an accountability partner. Report that, hey, look, dude, or look, sister, I'm struggling in this area and it is costing me this much and I want to deal with it. Can you help me? Find help as soon as possible, especially if what is slowing you down is costing you the remuneration that you're supposed to get. Just fix those things. The same way you'll take action in fixing your computer that is working slow. If you can take care of your computer with urgency, you are more important than your computer. You can stand up and look for help. The same way you'll call an IT guy to come and fix your computer. If it means that you need to call a coach to come and help you with this thing, you will need to stand up and go look for that help, because you need you to be functioning at your optimal level. I hope this video helps you, that you are able to apply yourself in everything that you do, and that you are able to diagnose yourself the same way you diagnose your devices. You are able to update yourself the same way you update yourselves, because now when you don't update your devices, chances are you think you're going to be left behind in TikTok, and Facebook, and Instagram, and WhatsApp, and that's important. But now, you yourself, when you don't update yourself, you're going to be behind on a whole lot of things as a person. So it's very important that you update yourself as much as you can. If it's character that you must work on it. If spiritually you see that there's something that you need to work on it. If mentally there's something that you need to work on it. It's no one else's job but yours. We're living in times now where information is galore. Even here on the YouTube space, there's a lot that you can search and find and get help on anything that you're suffering from. So there's no more excuse. Today you may say, I don't know how to deal with a particular thing, that you'll be forgiven. But you cannot not know tomorrow. You cannot not know something twice. Only once. You cannot know. But once you realize that you don't know a particular thing, then tomorrow you must know, because information is galore. It's out there. So I hope this video helped you to take yourself very seriously, to stop procrastinating on the things that make you to be a better person. Until next time, peace.